Be quiet. Make everything stream to you easily. Composed by Equity O. Malcolm. Distributed by Book Recordings Office. Presentation. In the present furious world, when clamor swarms each part of our lives, Be Quiet stands apart as a shelter of serenity and information. This book is a significant greeting to encounter the unmatched force of quietness, not just as the shortfall of sound, but rather as a powerful power equipped for drawing in overflow, clearness, and quiet to your life. The creator's connecting with and congenial voice strolls you through the changing excursion of tolerating quietness to open a state in which life's advantages stream effectively towards you. Created with care and profound comprehension, every section of the book unfurls the different components of quiet, its mental advantages, its otherworldly profundity, and its pragmatic application in daily existence. The creator shares remarkable experiences and individual stories, showing how developing snapshots of quietness in the midst of our tumultuous days can prompt significant changes by the way we see the world, decide, and associate with our actual selves. Be Quiet furnishes you with common sense aids and thoughts intended to incorporate quietness into your life, no matter what your current circumstance or timetable. From care rehearses that improve your attention to making quiet withdrawals in your day-to-day spaces, the book offers different available ways of bridling the force of quiet. As you dig further into the act of being quiet, you'll find that it's really not necessary to focus on pulling out from the world, however, about tracking down a more significant commitment with it. Quietness turns into a magnet, attracting tranquility, knowledge, and an easy progression of life's chances. This book doesn't simply show you how to be quiet, it uncovers how quietness can change your general existence, prompting a daily existence loaded up with a more profound feeling of satisfaction and simplicity. Be Quiet is a fundamental book for anybody looking to get away from the commotion and track down a shelter of clearness and overflow. It guarantees not exclusively to meaningfully alter the manner in which you connect with the outer world, yet in addition to reveal the huge breadths of potential inside you, all ready to be found in the calm. Join this excursion into quietness and let all that you've at any point needed begin streaming to you easily. Begin by bridling the force of quiet. Give it upgrade your mental capacities, access independent direction. Develop inward harmony and push away mental mess. This inward harmony will normally draw in your longings. Perceive your ability to control your considerations towards inspiration. Keep interruptions under control and concentration. Practice appreciation every day, support self-sympathy, and remain open to energy in overflow. Trust your excursion, line up with your motivation for satisfying attractions. Revel at the times of quiet for significant bits of knowledge and solid connections. As you progress, there's an abundance of insight looking for you. For more data about the digital book rendition of this sound, visit Book Recordings. We noticed that 75% of you who pay attention to our video are not yet bought into the channel. Kindly assist with supporting the channel by raising a ruckus around town button and enjoying the video. Gratitude for moving us to make more satisfied for you. Part 1: The Force of Quiet. While you could not frequently think about it, outfitting the force of quietness can really change your life, making you more mindful, yet in addition more fit for drawing in energy and achievement. Quietness isn't simply the shortfall of commotion. It's a useful asset that you can use to upgrade your mental capacities, further develop your direction, and develop inward harmony. Consider it. You're experiencing a daily reality such that continually humming with interruptions. Online entertainment, news, TV, and even discussions can frequently become commotion that muffles your inward voice. However, when you embrace quietness, you're allowing yourself an opportunity to pay attention to that inward voice, to acquire clearness and point of view. Presently, this doesn't mean you need to withdraw to a mountain cavern or take a commitment of quietness. It's tied in with tracking down snapshots of calm in your daily existence. This could be during your morning espresso, on your drive, or even only 5 minutes before you head to sleep. This purposeful quietness permits you to center, to re-energize, and to associate profoundly with yourself. The significant bits of knowledge and thoughts that can rise up out of these tranquil minutes will amaze you. They can assist you with settling on better choices, oversee pressure all the more actually, and even work on your connections. Bridling energy through quietness is a strong methodology that you can dominate to improve your general prosperity and efficiency. There's really no need to focus on just calming your environmental factors, however encouraging an inward quiet that permits you to take advantage of a wellspring of expected energy. Envision yourself as a vessel. The more you fill it with commotion, both outside and inner, the less room there is for whatever else. Be that as it may, when you void yourself of this commotion, you make space for energy to stream. This energy, thus, can be coordinated towards exercises that make the biggest difference to you, supporting your efficiency and enhancing your life. Anyway, how might you outfit this energy? Begin little. Commit a couple of moments every day to sit peacefully. It's okay assuming that your psyche meanders, let it, however, take your concentration back to the quietness at whatever point you can. You're doing whatever it takes and not to compel anything, you're just permitting quietness to exist. Then, attempt to broaden this training into ordinary exercises. Switch off the music during your drive. Separate from your telephone for some time. Sit discreetly with some tea. You'll be amazed at the amount more present and centered you become. Part 3: The idea of easy fascination. Currently, we should investigate the idea of easy fascination, an interesting rule that proposes that when you make a quiet, serene space inside yourself, you normally draw towards you the very things you want. Life isn't generally about pursuing, hustling, or compelling things to occur. Now and again, it's tied in with drawing in, polarizing, and allowing things to come to you. Furthermore, that is precisely exact thing easy fascination is about. Envision yourself as a magnet. A magnet doesn't go around pursuing iron filings. All things considered, it stops, solid and quiet, and the iron filings normally float towards it. Likewise, when you develop inward quiet and harmony, you become a magnet for your cravings. You don't need to pursue them, they'll come to you. Be that as it may, how would you turn into this magnet? It's less difficult than you naturally suspect. Begin by making a peaceful space inside yourself. This isn't just about actual quietness, it's about mental and close-to-home quietness as well. Relinquish the commotion, the interruptions, and the stressors. Embrace quietness, tranquility, and harmony. Become familiar with the sound of quiet, the vibe of tranquility. In this space you'll track down your power. Then, obviously characterize what you need to draw in. Be explicit. Picture it to you. Feel it in your heart. And afterward, let it go. Try not to compel it, don't fixate on it. Believe that it will come to you when all is good and well. That is the force of easy fascination. You're not pursuing, you're drawing in. What's more, everything begins with quiet. Part 4: Finding your stream. In the critical space of your psyche, you'll uncover your mood, the state where everything adjusts easily, and your longings start to float towards you. This musicality, your one-of-a-kind stream, resembles a waterway consistently moving towards its objective. In any case, how would you track down your stream? Most importantly, you want to perceive that you're not a latent spectator throughout everyday life. You're a functioning member. It implies you have the ability to guide your considerations, feelings, and activities toward the path you need. You have the ability to track down your stream. Then, get to know yourself. What are your obsessions? What are your abilities? What causes you to feel invigorated? This self-disclosure process is fundamental, in light of the fact that your stream is profoundly entwined with your real self. While you're living life to the fullest, when you are using your natural capacities, you're in your stream. Then, at that point, focus on your energy. When are you generally empowered? When do you feel generally engaged? These are signs to when you're in your stream. Attempt to plan your most significant errands during these times. You'll find things happening all the more easily and easily. Moreover, attempt to wipe out interruptions. Your stream is a condition of profound concentration and focus. Any type of interruption can disturb it. Along these lines, establish a climate that is favorable for you to keep on track. Section 5. Developing internal harmony. Developing inward harmony, a safe haven of serenity inside yourself, isn't just about calming your brain. It's tied in with adjusting your heart, brain, and soul in a fundamental equilibrium. You're making an effort not to quietness your contemplations or feelings. All things considered, you're figuring out how to notice them without judgment. It's tied in with tolerating what your identity is, where you, and you're feeling. Begin by pausing for a minute every day to simply stay composed. Try not to rush, don't perform multiple tasks. Simply inhale and be available. Feel the air enter in your lungs, the earth underneath your feet, and the glow of your own reality. This is your life, your second. Own it. Then, figure out how to relinquish the things you have zero control over. Indeed, it's more difficult than one might expect, however it's fundamental for your inward harmony. You're not answerable for everything around you, so don't worry about superfluous concerns. Allow the universe to deal with its own. Part 6. Interfacing with quietness. Embracing serenity, similar as a tragically missing sidekick, can open up a universe of harmony that has been hanging tight for you from the start. This association begins with recognizing the presence of serenity inside and around you. It's actually not necessary to focus on uncovering harmony, it's tied in with understanding it's now there. You must perceive that quietness is definitely not a far-off objective, yet a current chance. Begin by saving calm minutes in your day where you can be separated from everyone else with your viewpoints. This isn't tied in with doing, it's tied in with being. During these minutes, permit yourself to stay composed, to embrace quiet, and to exist basically. Here, quietness isn't simply an idea, it's an encounter. You're not pursuing serenity, you're drenching yourself in it. Then, develop a climate that supports serenity. This could mean cleaning up your work area, making a quieting evening schedule, or essentially pulling back from the clamor of the world for some time. Keep in mind, quietness isn't generally about the shortfall of mayhem, yet about the presence of quiet in the midst of everything. Breathing, a straightforward yet strong demonstration, offers a prompt way to serenity when you carefully tune into it. It's the one thing you generally do, yet frequently disregard. Have you at any point truly saw your breath? Now is the right time to begin. Tune into your breathing. A characteristic demonstration can turn into a powerful instrument for unwinding and center. Start by sitting easily. Shut your eyes. Draw your consideration internal and center just around your breath. Feel the cool air race through your noses, filling your lungs and extending your chest and tummy. Hold briefly. Then, at that point, breathe out leisurely, setting the warm air free from your body. Consider the sensations, the ascent and fall of your chest, the development of air in and out, and the beat of your life force. There's actually no need to focus on changing or controlling your breath, rather. It's tied in with seeing and feeling a debt of gratitude. It's tied in with taking advantage of a consistent, quieting mood that is dependably there, underneath the outer layer of your bustling brain. Each breath you take can turn into a snapshot of harmony, a shelter from the outer bedlam. Tuning into your breath is a venturing stone to more profound mindfulness and inward harmony. It's a simple, down-to-earth strategy that you can utilize whenever, anyplace. With time and practice, you'll find it turns into a characteristic piece of your day. Your breath is strong. Begin utilizing it for your potential benefit. As you tune into your breath, you'll find serenity will stream to you easily. It's a quiet practice, yet its belongings can be extraordinary. Part 8. Delivering mental mess. Clearing your psyche's messiness is the following significant stage towards easy quietness. It resembles cleaning up a room. You can't completely see the value in its magnificence until the wreck is no more. Consider your contemplations objects in a room. Some are valuable, some are not, and some are simply occupying valuable room. Begin by noticing your contemplations. Try not to pass judgment on them, don't draw in with them. Simply notice them. This care will assist you with perceiving what's overloading you. Is it stress? Lament? Dread? Distinguishing these interruptions is the initial step to letting them go. Then, imagine each diverting idea as a leaf drifting down a stream. Try not to attempt to stop the leaf or shift its direction. Simply watch it float away. This basic representation can assist you with disconnecting from your viewpoints, delivering their hang on you. Keep in mind, the objective isn't to quit thinking. It's to pick which contemplations merit your consideration. Focus on contemplations that fulfill you, tranquil and roused. Allow the rest to drift away. Try not to be no picnic for yourself, assuming that you see this as troublesome from the start. Like any expertise, it takes practice. In any case, each time you discharge a diverting idea, you're cleaning up your psyche, making space for quietness and clearness. Delivering mental mess is a freeing venture. There's really no need to focus on controlling your considerations, yet about not allowing them to control you. With persistence and practice, you'll wind up drawing nearer to the condition of easy serenity that you want. Also, recollect, the less mess there's to you, the more space there's for the things that genuinely matter. Section 9 Typifying presence. Now that you've gotten your psyche free from mess, now is the right time to completely occupy the current second, embracing what it genuinely means to be at this very moment. This isn't just about seeing your environmental elements, however, about genuinely embracing the here and now, feeling and encountering consistently as it passes. Start by taking a full breath, then breathe out, relinquishing any leftover considerations or stresses. Feel your body, the heaviness of your feet on the ground, the air against your skin. Pay attention to the sounds around you, the far-off murmur of traffic or the delicate stir of leaves. Smell the air, whether it's the fresh fragrance of morning or the enticing smell of supper preparing. Taste the kind of the espresso on your tongue or the pleasantness of the natural product you're eating. Presently, shut your eyes and take another full breath, allowing your faculties to direct you into the present. You're noticing your current circumstance, yet genuinely being in it. Maintain your concentration right now. Assuming that your contemplations start to meander, delicately step them back to the present. Section 10 Welcoming straightforwardness and elegance. As you submerge yourself in the present, you'll start to perceive a recently discovered feeling of simplicity and beauty in your life. These aren't simply elusive ideas, they're unmistakable sentiments that can be knowledgeable about your everyday schedules, communications, and contemplations. They're the consequence of embracing quiet and being available, prompting a daily existence that streams easily. Straightforwardness and elegance don't simply happen, you welcome them into your life. Begin by recognizing their reality and their expected presence in your life. It resembles opening your front entryway and welcoming in an esteemed companion. Whenever you've broadened the greeting, expect their appearance. Search for straightforwardness and beauty in your everyday existence. You'll track down them in the most straightforward snapshots of child's chuckling, the stirring of leaves, or a common grin with an outsider. Moreover, welcome simplicity and beauty into your point of view. When confronted with a test, don't quickly depend on pressure or stress. All things considered, ask yourself, how might I move toward this effortlessly, or what might be the most elegant method for taking care of this present circumstance thusly? You're not simply welcoming straightforwardness and elegance into your life, you're regularly practicing them, a piece of your manner of thinking. Part 11 Giving up to the second. Hug the force of now and give up to the occasion, for in this space you'll find the magnificence and quietness of life streaming easily. This isn't tied in with surrendering or conceding route. It's tied in with recognizing the truth of the present and permitting yourself to encounter it completely. Your brain might need to dash to the past or future, however you must delicately take it back to the at this point. The more you practice this, the simpler it becomes, and the more harmony and lucidity you'll find. You could stress that by zeroing in on the now, you're disregarding your obligations or not anticipating what's in store. Not really. You're essentially deciding to reside completely at this time, where life really occurs. So how would you give up to the occasion? Begin by seeing your environmental factors. Feel the seat underneath you, the air on your skin, the sounds in your current circumstance. This isn't tied in with judging or breaking down. It's tied in with noticing and tolerating. It's tied in with being completely present and locked in. Then, notice your considerations. Is it safe to say that they are centered around the present time and place, or would they say they are elsewhere? Assuming they've meandered, delicately guide them back. This isn't tied in with compelling or battling. It's tied in with directing and permitting. Finally, give up to the sentiments that emerge. Try not to drive them away or grip to them. Just let them be. They're essential for your experience, and they merit your undivided focus. Keep in mind, giving up to the second is a training. It very well may be trying from the get-go, yet with time, it becomes normal and fulfilling. Part 12. Embracing the obscure. Subsequent to becoming the best at giving up to the occasion, you'll wind up remaining on the edge of a huge, neglected domain, the unexplored world. This can be a difficult encounter, but on the other hand it's a chance for development. Embracing the obscure isn't tied in with surging headfirst into peril. Rather, it's tied in with tolerating the unconventionality of existence with great affection. Consider it an undertaking. You're similar to a pioneer outlining new regions. Indeed, there are chances, however there are likewise remunerates. The obscure is where you'll track down new open doors, new encounters, and new experiences. It's where you'll get the opportunity to learn and develop. Begin by relinquishing your feelings of dread. Dread is a reasonable response to vulnerability. Be that as it may, it doesn't need to control you. Keep in mind, dread is only an inclination. It's anything but a forecast of what'll occur. You can recognize your apprehension without allowing it to prevent you from pushing ahead. Then, develop a feeling of interest. Move toward the obscure with a feeling of miracle and energy. Clarify some pressing issues, investigate various potential outcomes, and keep a receptive outlook. This will assist you with seeing the obscure not as a danger, but rather as a wellspring of potential. Section 13. Confiding in the process. In the midst of the violent excursion of life, it's critical to trust the cycle, understanding that each step you take, whether smooth or rough, is directing you towards your final location. It's tied in with recognizing that each experience, regardless of how testing, is there to show you something, to form you into the individual you're intended to be. Try not to allow eagerness to prevent you. It's not difficult to become disappointed when things don't turn out well for you, when your arrangements self-destruct, when you're lost course. In any case, recall, it's not necessary to focus on the objective, it's about the excursion. Partake in each step. Relish the experiences, both great and awful, for they're all essential for your novel story. Trust in the universe. Trust in yourself. Keep in mind, you're in good company in this excursion. You're important for something greater, a terrific plan where everything occurs which is as it should be. In some cases it's just when we think back that we can see the master plan, comprehend the examples learned and value how far we've come. Part 14. Lining up with your motivation. As you keep on believing the outing, it is similarly critical to conform to your motivation, the compass that directs your activities and choices so everything streams to you easily. Your motivation is certainly not a fundamental, far-away idea that is imbued in your everyday existence, in the things you're generally attracted to and enthusiastic about. Your errand is to remember it, embrace it, and let it guide you. Start by understanding what means quite a bit to you. What are the exercises, thoughts, or causes that light your enthusiasm? These are hints to your motivation. They're not irregular. They're lined up with your guiding principle and inborn gifts. Remember them as significant parts of your life's plan. Then, begin pursuing choices that honor your motivation. This doesn't mean intense, short-term changes. It's tied in with making little, steady decisions that line up with your motivation. Assuming you're energetic about helping other people, maybe you could chip in your extra time. In the event that you love composing, commit a couple of hours 7 days to it. That's all there is to it. At long last, entrust that lining up with your motivation will make things stream easily to you. While you're working from a position of realness and enthusiasm, you become a magnet for potential open doors that mirror your motivation. You'll track down that the perfect individuals, assets, and conditions will normally float towards you. In lining up with your motivation, you're not just embracing your actual self, you're likewise permitting all that to easily stream to you. It's a strong step towards a satisfying, easy life. Section 15 Streaming with expectation. Saddling the force of aim can change the manner in which you connect with the world, directing you to stream with reason and accuracy. Aim isn't just about laying out objectives or making arrangements. It's tied in with adjusting your most profound cravings and values to your everyday activities and decisions. A strong internal compass coordinates your energy and consideration towards the main thing to you. You can develop expectation in your life by first turning out to be clear about what you need, what your most profound longings, what genuinely gives you pleasure, harmony, and satisfaction. Whenever you've recognized these, record them on paper. Envision them. Permit them to saturate your cognizance until they become a piece of you. Then, begin your day in light of your goals. Before you hop into your everyday undertakings, pause for a minute to conform to your expectations. Imagine yourself traveling during your time effortlessly, directed by your aims. This simple strategy will assist you with keeping on track and on target. Section 16 Sustaining self-empathy. In your excursion towards easy stream, it's critical to develop a profound identity sympathy, permitting yourself the elegance to be human, commit errors, and develop at your own speed. Comprehend that the way to an existence of quietness isn't a race, however an individual excursion that unfurls at your own special cadence. Embrace the way that you're a work underway, and it's okay to stagger or waver on occasion. Self-empathy is tied in with being benevolent to yourself, in any event, when things don't go according to plan. It's tied in with recognizing your sentiments without judgment and permitting yourself to completely encounter them. At the point when you commit an error, rather than upbraiding yourself, advise yourself that it's a piece of learning and developing. Expand the very understanding and pardoning to yourself that you'd offer a dear companion. Besides, laying out a supporting internal dialogue is fundamental. Focus on how you converse with yourself. Supplant self-analysis with uplifting statements and backing. Whenever you discover yourself being brutal, pause for a minute to inhale, reevaluate your considerations, and address yourself with generosity. In conclusion, recall that self-empathy is certainly not a one-time bargain, however a constant cycle. There's no need to focus on accomplishing flawlessness, however about embracing your defects with affection and acknowledgement. Support this sympathy every day, and you'll find it more straightforward to explore your excursion towards that easy stream. Keep in mind, it's your excursion, and you have the ability to make it a humane one. Part 17 Rehearsing Appreciation. Day to day. Embracing a day-to-day practice of appreciation can extraordinarily upgrade your excursion towards accomplishing an easy stream throughout everyday life. Rather than zeroing in on the things you're deficient with regards to, shift your consideration regarding the favors you as of now have. The magnificence of appreciation is that it cultivates inspiration, and it's undeniably true that positive individuals draw in greater energy into their lives. Begin by saving a couple of moments every day to ponder what you're grateful for. This could be anything from the rooftop over your head, the food on your table, to the adoration for your loved ones. Compose these down in an appreciation diary. It doesn't need to be intricate or tedious. The demonstration of acknowledgement and appreciation matters. Keep in mind, it's not just about the enormous things. The little, regular minutes count, as well. Maybe you're thankful for a wonderful dawn, a thoughtful word from an outsider, or a loosening up cup of tea. The more you practice, the simpler it will become to detect these snapshots of appreciation in your day-to-day routine. Rehearsing appreciation day to day isn't just about feeling better. It's tied in with revamping your cerebrum to zero in on the positive parts of your life. It's tied in with moving your point of view to one of overflow, as opposed to need. This shift will make you more responsive to the progression of beneficial things coming your direction. Similarly, as you've figured out how to see the value in life's favors, it's similarly critical to open your heart, permitting energy and overflow to easily stream into your life. This isn't just about being available to new encounters and amazing open doors, yet additionally about being indispensable, tolerating your feelings, and allowing them to direct you. About separating walls, maybe keeping you down, and embracing the full range of your close-to-home life. Opening your heart is a cycle, and it's difficult 100% of the time. It expects you to go up against fears, frailties, and past damages. In any case, recollect, it's in the difficulties we face that we become the most. So go ahead and deal with your feelings directly. Mindfulness is a fundamental initial step. Start by noticing your feelings without judgment. Recognize them, let them be, and afterward let them go. With time, you'll figure out how to see the value in the experiences they give about yourself and your general surroundings. Then, practice sympathy. Come at the situation from others' perspective and attempt to figure out their sentiments and points of view. This will not just work on your connections, yet in addition assist you with bettering grasp your own feelings. Section 19, Embracing Change. As you open your heart and become more receptive to your feelings, you'll track down that change, frequently considered to be threatening, can turn into an invigorating piece of your excursion towards easy overflow. Embracing change isn't tied in with being foolish or eccentric. About seeing the open doors exist in the new and getting out of your usual range of familiarity. It's perceiving that the main consistent in life is change itself, and involving it as an impetus on your way to self-improvement. Begin by recognizing that change is unavoidable. It's a piece of life, and it's something you can't keep away from. Rather than opposing it, welcome it. Consider it an experience, an opportunity to discover some new information, to extend your points of view. Then, shift your point of view. Rather than survey change as a danger, consider it to be an open door. Each change carries with it additional opportunities. Embrace it, and you'll track down the strength and the fortitude to adjust, to develop, to advance. Part 20, Allowing Life to Unfurl. Permit life to unfurl normally, believing that every second and experience adds to your excursion towards easy overflow. You don't need to compel things or push against the current of life to get it going. All things considered, embrace a mentality of acknowledgement and figure out how to stream with life's beat. This isn't tied in with surrendering or becoming aloof. It is tied in with perceiving the force of give up and the enchanted that happens when you quit opposing and start tolerating. Think about a stream. It doesn't battle or strain to arrive at its objective. It just streams, tenderly cutting its way, tolerating each turn and obstruction as a feature of its excursion. Resemble the stream. Embrace the exciting bends in the road of your life as any open doors for development and learning. Relinquish the need to control everything about trust in the insight of the universe. As you apply this methodology, you'll find that life turns out to be more reasonable and less upsetting. You'll find a more noteworthy feeling of harmony and happiness, and you'll draw in a greater amount of what you want with less exertion. You'll turn out to be more receptive to the amazing open doors and endowments that life presents to you, frequently in the most startling ways. Part 21, Respecting Your Reality. To respect your reality, you should initially recognize and embrace who you genuinely are, tolerating your assets, shortcomings, wants, and all that makes you interesting. This isn't tied in with attempting to squeeze into a form or endeavoring to be another person's rendition of great. It's tied in with regarding your singularity and commending your uniqueness. You can't respect your reality in the event that you're continually contrasting yourself with others. Everybody's experience is one of a kind, so what works for one individual may not work for you. Embrace your way. It's yours, and it's wonderful in its own specific manner. Begin by distinguishing your qualities, those center convictions that guide your choices and ways of behaving. What do you rely on? What makes the biggest difference to you? Your qualities are your compass, directing you towards choices that line up with who you genuinely are. Then, recognize your longings. It's okay to need things, to have objectives and dreams. These cravings are a piece of what your identity is, yet recall, wants aren't requests. They're essentially conceivable outcomes, chances to develop and advance. At long last, acknowledge your shortcomings. We as a whole have them. They don't make you less, they make you human, and in recognizing them, you'll track down strength, since when you know your shortcomings, you can deal with them, change them, and even transform them into qualities. To respect your reality is to live truly, proudly, certainly. An excursion begins inside and transmits outwards, impacting each part of your life. So honor your reality, and watch as everything streams to you easily. Section 22, Resounding with Overflow. Whenever you've begun respecting your reality, you'll find it more straightforward to resound with the vibration of overflow. This doesn't mean you'll in a split second turn into a mogul. All things considered, it recommends you'll begin to feel an internal feeling of lavishness, and a more prominent appreciation for the overflow that as of now exists in your life. How would you reverberate with overflow? You start by recognizing what you as of now have. Check out you. Your well-being, connections, encounters, and, surprisingly, the difficulties you've defeated are every one of a piece of your riches. Remember them, appreciate them, and let appreciation make you indescribably pleased. Then, envision overflow. Picture what it resembles, feels like, even sense like. The more you can envision it, the more you can draw in it. This isn't about living in fantasy land. It's tied in with adjusting your considerations and feelings to the energy of overflow. Then, practice overflow. Give uninhibitedly, without assumption for return. Be liberal with your time, your insight, and your assets. The more you give, the more you'll get. At last, trust in overflow. Trust in the boundless capability of the universe and in your own capacity to get. Uncertainty and dread can obstruct overflow, while trust and confidence welcome it in. Resounding with overflow is definitely not a one-time occasion. It's a day-to-day practice, a change in mentality, a better approach for living. It requires persistence, devotion, and conviction. However, when you start, you'll observe that overflow isn't something you look for. It's something you draw in. What's more, everything begins with respecting your reality. Part 23. Emanating inspiration. Similarly, as a beacon emanates light, you also can transmit inspiration, enlightening your way and those of others around you. Inspiration isn't simply a trendy expression. A strong power influences your prosperity and impacts your connections with others. Begin consistently by hello yourself happily in the mirror, avowing your value, your abilities, and your versatility. This basic motion sows the seed of energy inside, which will steadily develop and sparkle outward. Keep in mind, you're not simply doing this for yourself. Your positive energy can be irresistible, inspiring everyone around you. It resembles tossing a stone into a lake, the waves spread out, contacting everything in their way. Be that rock. Be that wellspring of positive energy. Supporting inspiration requires cognizant exertion. Encircle yourself with elevating impacts, read moving books, pay attention to enabling webcasts, draw in with hopeful people. You're a result of your current circumstance, so make it a positive one. Rehearsing appreciation is another powerful instrument. Remember your good fortune, not your weights. This propensity moves your concentration based on what's going on to common decency in your life, filling you with a feeling of satisfaction and joy. Furthermore, recall, energy doesn't mean overlooking life's troubles. It implies confronting them with a confident viewpoint, accepting you can survive, and considering difficulties to be valuable open doors for development. You have the ability to emanate inspiration. Love it, support it, and watch as it changes your life and the lives around you. It's your light to sparkle, your gift to share. So go on, transmit inspiration, and light the way for other people. Section 24. Embracing the stream. Life's stream is continually streaming, and drenching yourself, embracing the current as opposed to restricting it is your opportunity. Try not to squander energy battling against the stream. All things considered, give up to its course. This isn't tied in with surrendering or conceding route. It's tied in with recognizing that there are a few things you have zero control over, and it's okay. It's tied in with embracing the situation and working with it, not against it. Embracing the stream means to be available, be at the time. It's tied in with relinquishing disappointments and future tensions. At the point when you're completely present, you're in the best situation to deal with anything life tosses at you. You're more responsive, open, and mindful. You're not occupied by what uncertainties or should-haves. You're here, you're currently, and that is the only thing that is important. It's additionally about being adaptable. Unbending nature possibly prompts dissatisfaction and disillusionment when things don't turn out well for you. Yet, when you're adaptable, you're versatile. You can conform to changes, explore through hindrances, and keep on pushing ahead. Amusingly, it's peacefully that the most significant changes happen. So shush now, discharge, submerge into the quiet inside, and let everything easily stream your direction. Honor your reality, resound with overflow, and emanate energy. Embrace the perplexing force of quiet and watch as the universe contrives to bring you what you want. Keep in mind, there's no need to focus on pushing hard, however, about being as one with your stream. So let quiet be your aid and allow the wizardry to unfurl. Gratitude for paying attention to or perusing this from book recording.